I just caught that fish when that bait was stuck in the tree. There we go. How about that? Number 1 for the day. Let's go for number 2 under this tree. Ah, no. Did I have him? Oh, I got one. Oh, it's another tiny one. I hope the camera's picking that up. Another tiny fish. Caught another one from under that tree, but unfortunately I didn't have the camera rolling, so oh well. It's a little nicer one. Bye-bye. There's another one. That's number 4, I want to say. There we go, we're getting bigger. Number 4, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Alrighty, I'm going to show my setup currently. Currently I got a chartreuse and orange 1/32 ounce Bass Pro jig head paired up with a 1.5 inch Squirmin squirt from Bass Pro in the chartreuse color. I cannot talk today. Basically, I'm just taking these and taking the top and basically just pushing it as far as I can and then pushing the tube up onto the jig head. And I'm just kind of pushing it there and letting it sit there, and then, you know, stick the hook out. It's not the prettiest looking setup, but there's another one. These fish seem to be pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Not very intelligent. So it's really not hard to catch some of these little dink panfish, and they may not be as fun as bass, but oh, there's a bass right there. They may not be as fun as bass, but you know, these are still a blast to catch. There we go. Just getting bigger and bigger. It's not bad. You know, a lot of people, when they go out to different lakes and such, spend a lot of time focusing on trying to find bass. And there we go. These fish are just right out under their nose, and they're very easy to catch. And they put up a really nice fight. There we go. I think it's the biggest one of the day so far. There we go. Fish. There we go. Finally got a bass. Not a big one, but he's probably 6-7 inches. There's another small bass under that dock. There we go. How about that? All right, I'm gonna make a quick little speech here. If you have children or know someone who have children that would like to get into the sport of fishing, let me tell you that this is probably the best way to do it. It takes very little skill to come out here and catch these fish. I'm sight fishing for these fish, kind of just watching, looking in the brush, and I think my favorite type of way to catch fish, honestly, is sight fishing for these panfish inside this brush. A lot of times you'll see some, and then you have other fish that come out of the middle of nowhere. Oh, and like that one right there. And it's a total adrenaline rush, and it's really kind of cool to see these fish that'll come out of nowhere and just attack your bait. And you know, if you got kids that can see that, it's gonna do one of two things. It's gonna freak them out and they'll never want to fish again, or it's going to be an adrenaline rush and they're going to be hooked for life. So if you got kids that, you know, want to get into the outdoors, I'll tell you, this is the way to do it right here. Oh, there we go. That's a nice bass too. That's not much bigger than the last two. I didn't even see you, buddy. Come to my boat. No. He's under my boat. Come up here. Heck yeah. Stop. Stop. Oh, he swallowed it too. Ah, no. This is the one disadvantage of kayak fishing, and it's that you get pushed into these tight corners, and normally I wouldn't mind, but I got a transducer hanging off the side of my boat and a bunch of rods sticking up in the air, so stop. So it's kind of a problem for me. You need to calm your butt down. There we go. It's the first decent fish of the day, too. All right, time to make another point. If you are fishing like I am, a highly pressured lake, and you want to fish for bass, sometimes it would not be a bad idea to throw some of these panfish lures. Like the last few bass I've caught have obviously been kind of accidental, but this is currently a very pressured lake. There's a fish right there. This is a very pressured lake that I'm fishing right now, especially this time of year. And so a lot of these fish are used to seeing these regular baits like jigs, spinner baits, crank baits, all that other stuff. And they're not used to seeing, you know, some of these panfish lures, so they don't really think twice about biting. All they do is they react. So, like I said, these last few fish, although they've been accidental, if I were sight fishing for these fish, this would probably how I would try to catch them, being that this is a pretty pressured lake. There's a fish right there. Being this is a pressured lake, you know, they see all these regular baits all the time. So, you know, when the water is fairly pressured, it does not hurt to downsize. And like I said, this is an 1.5 inch too. This is a tiny bait, and that nice fish right there, he was probably about a pound. I cannot talk. Probably about a pound or a pound and a half. He bit that bait, and so there's a dink. So it wouldn't hurt to downsize. Oh, I lost him. But it really does not hurt to downsize if you're trying to catch fish. Small guy. Oh, that's not too bad. He swallowed it though. There we go. That one attacked it. Holy cow. He wanted that. He swallowed that one too. Dang. There we go. Oh, he's not that big. There we go. Right there. There's a couple bass over there. Oh no, I didn't hook him. Shoot. There we go, that's a nicer one.